Is it really possible to grow tomatoes in triple-digit weather? I'm Priscilla, the Backyard Homesteader, and I'm so excited to see you here again. Today, I'm going to take you on a summer garden tour. Now, it's not just a garden tour for what's happening today, but I have footage from the entire summer coming from seedlings, growing, and I'm just going to show it all to you in this video. Stick around. Let's see how we end up. We actually begin the summer garden here on April 7th as I get ready and I'm starting all my seedlings for my summer crop. Okay, you can see all the seedlings that were planted, and as we move forward, you'll see coming up on May 25th. So these were planted April 7th, and then May 25th, let's take a look at all of the seedlings I actually have in my backyard. Check it out. Okay, here's a better look of the peppers I have. So this is all orange bells right here. We've got a few pepperoncinis, but the rest of them shishitos, and then all my tomato plants. These are my mandarin moon, the little ones there. There's 4 of them, and those have beautiful, they're yellow cherry tomatoes from Australia. That's where they're originally from. That's the name of it. I always say it wrong. Oh, habanadas. My husband laughed. They're kind of smaller, but I'm excited to grow those. There's some more basil up there. Okay, next up, I'm actually going to plant some dahlias in my backyard. This will be the first time using tubers, but first I'm having difficulty figuring out where to put them. I got to figure out where we're going to put these. Let's figure out. I can't really put anything else over here because this corner is where a sprinkler is and it gets the grass, and same over there in the corner. So we can't put anything else here because then it infringes upon the grass. So we need to figure out where we're gonna put these dahlias. Okay, I think I got it. So let me go set them out. Okay, it's now June 1st, and here are all my plant starts that are still not in the ground. And we have a race in time because I'm getting ready to go out of town and have all these plants that need to get in the ground ASAP. Ritzy says, it's siesta time. Along with her mama. I was just sitting there, but I said, you know what? I better wrap this video up. Okay, so you see the shade cloth is up, all happy, yay. And here are the peppers. These are California Wonder Bells. These two are orange bells. And then I've got 3 containers of shishitos because they are my fave. All right, and then I continued to plant basil absolutely everywhere because I have so much of it. So there's some purple ruffle. Put some stuff in my dahlias over there to help keep moisture in. And then some more purple ruffle. And oh, look at that pretty zinnia. Hello, zinnia. How are you? That purple ruffle. These were my habaneras. I actually planted those, I don't know, last week, but I hadn't put in this stuff here to keep the moisture in, which you absolutely must do with containers. There's some more basil. And this is gonna hold some of those dwarf tomatoes and ornamental peppers because while that green stalk was set up for that purpose, I have way too many plants, and yes, we must plant them. All right, so some more basil. This is a blue spice basil. Okay, and then look at all of these. So this is eggplant, peppercini. This is basil. And my son. These 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are Megatron jalapenos. So we're hoping that my husband can make some jalapeno poppers on the grill with those. Because the other ones I grew, he said, were too small. Okie doke. Eggplant. There's a pepperoncini down there. Can you see it? There it is. All right. Oh yeah, some more basil down there. All right, and then this one's holding out for another lavender plant my sister's gonna give me. Okay, but these tomatoes all got planted today. We've got Cherry Falls. So we've got these, this is a much smaller plant. These are 2 basils. This is Sweetie Pole cherry and basil, pineapple pole and basil. Excuse me. This is Ace 55 and basil, and then just a duplicate, 1 more of each. So 8 tomatoes today. This is the pineapple pole. Some more basil. This was already planted. I just put some stuff in there. Oh, but this basil, cinnamon basil on either side. Cinnamon, cinnamon. Whoo, doggy. Yep. All of this today. Amazing. And look at my basil. This actually is a volunteer. I did not plant this. It was here in the pot before, obviously, and it's coming back. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now, I did plant, this was already here, Cosmos. They volunteered. But these I actually grew from seed, these marigolds. I know it really wasn't the time of day to do it, but I went ahead and did it. I actually planted one right there as well. Hopefully they're happy enough to survive. It's a little hot. More basil, some more marigolds in with these Cosmos. And then I added a marigold, and a marigold. But I wasn't real gentle with the roots, so I hope they make it. We'll see. And then pineapple sage. This has been waiting to be potted. I potted it today. All right. Okay, and then we got, let's see, 1 artichoke in. Those are on hold. Hold, please. Let's see. And then 2 more artichokes planted today. This used to have all kinds of seedlings. I got so much planted. I still have a ton of seedlings, but a lot less than I had this morning. My garlic's almost ready. Some more basil. I'm actually, let's see, hang on. I had to get out of that sun. Woo, doggy. All right, so thanks for hanging out with me. I did a lot. I'm really excited. So maybe next weekend or the weekend after, I will get my miniature tomato plants planted with the ornamental peppers, because they should be plenty ready by then. Okay, so it's time to get these miniature dwarf tomatoes in the grain stock.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
Okay, I got everything in the garden planted that I could, but now it's time to head to the Modern Homesteader Conference in Idaho. So this is a picture of my sister and I being silly, but we are in first class. It was a rare opportunity. If you ever have the chance to upgrade, I encourage you to do so. Funny story, you get free drinks when you're in first class, and I fell in love with this margarita. Now, I thought I was going to actually buy these for myself when I got home until I looked them up and saw how expensive they were. So needless to say, that's not going to happen. Actually, our little tray they served, our little snack. And then if you look up there to the right, that's my margarita, but I put in some Stir 0% stevia fruit punch flavor. It was so yummy. So we're not only going to go to the Modern Homesteader Conference, but we're actually spending a couple of days with my friend Heather at Cusby-Can Farms. I absolutely love Heather, and this will be the first time I actually get to meet her in person. She was recently diagnosed with cancer, and my sister and I are going to go and help her and Kira do some chores on the farm. But first, here we are coming up to Cusby-Can Farms to meet Heather. This was so exciting. the white pepper. Beautiful scenery that we got to enjoy while we were visiting with Heather and Kira and helping around, and oh my gosh, we had such an amazing time. I just can't explain how awesome I felt. Like, I've known Heather for all of her life. She is just my person. That will always be the case. Never will that change. Here's the little Airbnb that my sis and I rented overnight. It was so cool, and yet it had a composting, burning toilet. I don't even know how to explain it. It was hilarious. But look at that outside area. We were just there overnight, so we didn't get to spend too much time there, but it really was cute. Okay, now it's time to head to the Modern Homesteader Conference, and here we are, Jen, Heather, and myself, and we are raring to go. Okay, Jen and I had VIP tickets, so we had a luncheon, and we actually got to spend the time with Jess before all of the hustle and bustle. And man, she is just one amazing gal. She actually remembered my sister and I. We'd been to her farm, so, I guess maybe that's how we bonded. But check her out here. She is loving and praying on this gal at the luncheon. Just an amazing human she is. Aww. I love.
I want to get in there. I'll take the photo. I know that's good. This is where the thing is. Oh, perfect. We came last year and saw.
Yeah, and then she prepped everything Wednesday, ready to leave, and then Wednesday evening she got the cute.
Yeah, we were in a store and they were like, oh, nothing.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I took my Beulah Roasting Company hat with me, and as you see, Jess autographed it for me. But now we're getting ready to see Jess's first performance, I just have a little clip here for you.
Last frost is usually mid to late April, but my average last hard frost is usually about mid-March. And you need to know that if you're wanting to grow beyond the most typical, okay, I'm gonna put in one garden in the spring and grow one round of food. Because there are a lot of things that can grow and thrive outside with no cover as long as it's not freezing really hard. So you write down those days. And having those frost days and having the frost-free growing season, as well as the hard freeze-free growing season, is going to give you a lot of information when you're deciding what plants to put in.
Okay, that was really cool, but I'm telling you right now, you better grab your tissues because Jess was a fill-in for somebody who had canceled, and she was in rare form, and it was such a treat, and I just want to share it with you. But first up, Heather.
Heather, you hot?
Hello. What a great weekend. Have you all been having a great time? So I'm actually not going to go into great depth about chickens today. And I asked Melissa just a little while ago, I'm like, am I free to go? And she's like, you're free to go. So when she contacted me, she's like, hey, we had a cancellation. Can you jump in? Can you cover? She's like, you can repeat one of your talks just over again if you need to, just can you cover the spot? And I was like, girl, I got you, I can talk. You know, like I'm your girl if you need somebody to talk. And, you know, I know a lot about homesteading, I do a lot of things, been doing it for a while, and I was like, I can probably just cover the topic. I got the schedule, I looked at it, and I was like, cold climate poultry. I was like, I can definitely not cover that topic. Of all the homesteading topics, that's one that I literally have zero input. I break ice on my troughs maybe 3 times a year. So that just tells you that is not where we're at. Do you know that with our fast food culture, I'm going to let y'all in on this. This is how my mind works, okay? This is extreme. I do realize I'm an extremely literal thinker, and the way that I think sometimes is very extreme. But it helps me. It helps me to be black and white because I don't do well in areas of gray. I've never been great at moderation, and I've honestly never been super great at self-control if things are not black and white. When I talk about the fast food culture, I'm not telling you that from a person who, I was a Route 44 Dr. Pepper girl every single day until my health said, no, you can't do that anymore. That's been about 15 years ago. But I'm coming from a place, I'm not coming from a high horse that's saying, you should stop doing that. I'm coming from a place that said, hey, I overcame it and my life is better for it. But I have this image in my mind of, honestly, the image is kind of like Jabba the Hutt, but that's because I'm married to Jeremiah. So like, he loves Star Wars, and so we have all of this Star Wars stuff, and I have this image of this really nasty monster that's kind of sitting on a throne in our culture. And I think of a single mom who's 20-something and who has multiple children and who is having to eat fast, cheap, and easy, who is having to feed her babies ramen every single day and Wendy's dollar menu every single day because that's what she can afford. And right now, if you start speaking up for real food, people will say, hey, don't do that, you're condemning her. And I'm like, no, I want to free her. Somebody's got to speak the truth for this culture to be exposed, because what is happening is that woman is being told, this is what you can afford and it's okay because just do this. But what if she's paying with her knees when she's 70? What if she's paying with the last 10 years of her life? In one generation, we can go from 1 seed to 2,000. And that is what God had to say to us about multiplication. But if I can go from giving plasma to flying here and standing on this stage in less than 2 decades, you can see your life change because He is honest. And I'm here to tell you that He is honest. And if you think that God doesn't want to see a change in this culture, I'm here to tell you that that is wrong.
Oh my goodness. Even watching that over again, just, whoo! It was an amazing talk. If you ever have the opportunity to watch Jess, and oh, she was in rare form. It was just amazing. You have to do it. Hope you enjoyed me sharing a little bit in the middle of summer, but let's get back to the garden now. When I got home, I actually had to put up some shade cloth so I could actually get a crop from my cucumbers. And then check out these Dollar Tree lanterns I got. Aren't they amazing? They're solar powered and they just bring me so much joy. Oh, and do you remember all those starts I told you I had extras of? Well, here they are. I'm getting ready to deliver them to my sister. And here are those beautiful lanterns at night. Just look at how beautiful they are. I just love them. This table just really brings me joy. And you know, you really need to dress up your garden too. Make it a place that you love to go. Look at this amazing green stalk with all my miniature tomatoes and peppers. I couldn't be happier. Check them out. Look at this one. I'm not sure. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at these little tiny purple. You see that? Purple. Oh, and check this out. These are the Easter. I'll have to look up the name again. Aren't those just the coolest tomatoes down there? See all those tomatoes? But, check this out. Let's see, these are strawberries. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at all those peppers. And they're turning such pretty colors. Look at that. Ooh. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, now let's look over this way and go over there and see the difference in the DIY Dollar Tree tower. So they are gorgeous. Aren't they cute? Look at them. Woohoo! Look at that. So they're growing just fine, but I really think the green stalk wins. What do you think? What do you think, Ritzy Roo? This our end of summer garden? Huh? Is this our end of summer garden? Want to share it with the peoples? Yeah? Okay, so look at this. It's time to get ready for the fall. Look at this craziness going on here. We got to cut these back, but I just love them. My sage has really come together with the little, what do you call them, snapdragons. Got some zinnias going crazy in here, but these are actually peas. I figured I could get a pea crop in before the end of the summer, before it gets too cold. These, isn't this crazy? So this is a brand new, these are sprouts. These just sprouted and volunteered in here. I did not plant them in here. This actually, whoops, there goes Ritzy. She's scoping it out. Get out of there. Hey, get out of there, silly girl. These actually fell off. I'm not sure if it was from this plant or, I don't know. The birds maybe pooped them out. But anyway, this was a dahlia and it never took off. So these sprouted up and look at them grow. They're going to be these huge, like over there, like those. They're so huge. I accidentally planted these in my green stock this year. Didn't mean to, but that's what happened. So anyway, here are the wrong moons. They, although they don't look very happy, they are still producing some amazing yellow tomatoes. Do you see them in here? Here's one. Here's one in here. They are so yummy. So yummy. And then you see, this is one, look at this. Look at that. Can you see it? Let me get a good angle. Can you see that tomato there? It is the middle of October, you guys. Look at all these marigolds. They have just taken off. They're great for pest pressure, but they just bring happiness to my heart. Got some cosmos going on here. And then look at this dahlia. It's falling over. I need to cut off these. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? They're so beautiful. We got some more that are gonna grace us with their presence. But look at these tomato plants. Like, they are just going crazy. Going crazy. We just got off of another triple digit. I don't know, it's been 2 or 3 weeks of triple digits. And I must say, I'm over it. Truly. Got some. This is our basil still going on. This is, okay, so these are the little petite marigolds, and then these are the massive marigolds right next to them. This right here, Bree had it on her channel. This is Rose Campion. I have 2 plants. This is the only one that's really thriving. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show this to you next year when it's got beautiful red flowers. Look at this. This is another Morong Moon. You see how big they are, and they're so sweet. So yummy. So yummy. But yeah, garden's crazy. But we're gonna have to, I'm gonna let them go as long as I can. Look at all these tomatoes. Look at all of these tomatoes. Check it out. Do you see all these tomatoes? Look at them. These are cherry tomatoes. They're massive. Massive. I don't think the camera does it justice, but you see, there is a line here, and there's so much weight. Let me stand back. There's so much weight on that line that see it? It's coming from there, and it's dipping all the way down from all the weight. But these are all my tomatoes. Oh, and some more dahlias. Look at Ritzy. Look at that gorgeous dahlia. I'm loving it. Some more coming out. This is a beefsteak. Ritz. This is a beefsteak tomato that's growing in this 5-gallon bucket here. I've already harvested a massive, big old tomato from the Rebecca Allen. Here's another Morong Moon. You see, they're just like, Morong Moon actually loves the heat, so it does better in the heat. It's getting tired, but it's still giving me tomatoes, so I need to look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so look at this. This is the stalk of this. I'm sure this is a beefsteak tomato. Maybe not. It's further down. I'd have to look. But look at it. It goes up and up and up and up. Yeah. Massive. So, I don't know. There's not too many tomatoes on it. So this may be one of the first ones to go. You see all the greenery, but I just don't see any blossoms. It's very possible that it's just too hot and the blossoms fell off. But there are many others. Look at this little guy. This is one of the smaller ones that I tried growing this year. This was a first year for me. So I'll taste them and see how they taste. And you see I've got basil all within my tomatoes this year. Yeah. I just keep chopping them off. This one here doesn't appear to have given me much either. Although you can see inside that that sunflower, they're hanging on there. There's actually some little tiny ones up there if you can see them. So, yeah. What do you think, Ritzy Roo? Huh? What do you think? What's going on back here? What? What? Okay, so let's get in the right angle here. Ooh, here's another gorgeous dahlia. They're all different. Yeah, so this, now if I didn't have so many tomato vines in this sunflower, it would already be gone. But do you see all the green? It's not the sunflowers. You see the sunflowers are all dead. That's all holding up tomato plants. So as soon as the tomato plants stop producing, then I will cut back this sunflower. All right, moving right along, we have this grass that drives me nuts that's all in this lavender. I'll pull that out. I keep pulling it out, but it keeps coming back. This is a new lavender plant I got from my sister. This is some of my stevia. Some more. This little tomato plant over here is all over here as well. Very happy. Look at this. We've got eggplant. It's from this 5-gallon bucket here. We've got one in the back over there. You can see that. Yep. This is our jalapenos. Look at this. It's massive. Forget what they call it. I'll post the name when I edit this video. We've got, whoop, let's see. You crazy girl. We've got our zinnias. They, you know, volunteer. I would not plant a zinnia right there on the side. That I just keep clipping it and enjoying it. We got some new ones coming. They're very happy. Yep. Some more. I've got 4 buckets of these jalapenos. I forget what they call it. I'll have to post it. Oh, and then this is a different variety of eggplant. We've got a couple of them. They seem to be happy. And then the strawberries. Strawberries, more zinnias. This is rose mint. This is rose mint. Pineapple sage, or no. Is this pineapple sage? I don't remember. But look at these strawberries. This row actually right here is from Apricot Farms. Yep. If you haven't seen that video of that trip, I'll put it either in the description or on a card here. This zinnia right here, I've already clipped a bunch of them. See how it's falling over from the weight of these gorgeous flowers. I'm gonna have to cut this back. I've already cut a lot back. Oh, and then this is the miniature plants that I planted. Look at this. See those purple? Do you see those purple berries? Let's see if I can see those berries. Aren't those beautiful? So I absolutely love these little miniature plants. I will have them again, but can you see these little ones here? But take a look at this, okay? This is in, I've set it on top of a 5-gallon bucket rather than on the ground, but this is my Dollar Tree DIY vertical planter, right? And let me step back a little bit so you can see. So there it is. This is the 5-gallon bucket, and yeah, that is it. It even has volunteer sunflowers in there. Do you see that? This, see? Ooh. And there you have a gorgeous sunflower saying hello. We've got another one coming up over there. I just love the volunteers. And then these peppers, aren't they cool? Some more over there. But now, check this out. Right across the way is my green stalk with the same miniature plants. But look at how massive it is. Now, if that's not a testament for growing in the green stalk, I don't know what is. Look at the same Same, they were all done at the same time. Now there are some dwarf tomatoes that are still tiny, but then look at look at down here. They are so heavy. Look at the roots are coming out, but they're still hanging in there. Now these really are, and then look, oh, look at these. I just love these peppers. They're so pretty. And honestly, these are really for my benefit. I did put strawberries on the very top. Let me go out a little bit because I had some extras, and now I'm letting these runners go ahead and propagate because these will be coming out soon, and I will let the strawberries grow into these other layers. And of course I'm gonna have these again because they just bring so much joy to me. They really do. Now these are old, so now they're looking old. But aren't they beautiful? They're just so gorgeous. I just love them. I do. I really do. So there you have it. Little tiny DIY Dollar Tree versus this one. There's truly no comparison. Okay, let's go finish up over here real quick. So, oh yes, and this is the habanada plants. I did 3 of them. Well, 3 of them survived, and you'll see, do you see the fruit on there? Now I did pick one, but I now know it just was sweet and tasted like a, look at this. Can you see all those? Isn't that crazy? Like there's a ton of them. Whoops, on here. And they're supposed to be orange. So I learned my lesson. I picked them too quick, but I just picked a couple. I wanted to taste them. And they just tasted like a bland bell pepper. But as soon as they turn orange, then I'll share that with you, I promise. Some more volunteer zinnias. And then you see all the way from that green stalk down, my ground cover is actually strawberries. There is grass in there, but it would be much more if it weren't for the strawberries. And then of course I have another green stalk over here with some lavender and strawberries, and they're still giving me strawberries, guys. And talk about the runners, they're everywhere. So this will be something else that I prep for the winter. But yeah, it's just now in the 80s today. It's been triple digits. It's been too hot. And this is dead. This will come out today because this is not supporting anything over here in the corner, so we don't need to worry about that. We've got dahlias over here as well. Now these dahlias are different. These are from seed, and this is an older plant, but you can see they're a little different. My snapdragons over here, they're just beautiful, aren't they? And then I've got an artichoke plant over here. I'll show you. I have 3 others that are new this year. This is the 2nd year for this one, so it'll give me artichokes next year. And then here's some more dahlias. This is from tubers. This was my first time doing this, so yeah. All right, let's check over here real quick. Talk about what's going on over here. All right, so this is my back area where I grow. This is my calendula, and I just keep snipping and then dropping, and they just keep repopulating. You see, these are new ones from just clipping and dropping. This is my little carrot bed. Whoops, sorry, Ritzy. Can you believe that? So I grow in these, these are those tubs that come with the yellow lids, and this is my carrots. And so whenever I want a carrot, I just come in here, you see, and I pull one. You see all of them in there, but they've been holding up just fine, and they're so yummy. So you'll see this is snipped. This was a stalk, that went up, dropped seed, and then it grows more tomatoes. So it seems to just continually go to seed, drop, but not all of it goes to seed, which is wonderful because I can leave them in there and have that be my storage and just cut them out as I need them. It's another little lavender plant there. These are just empty. These 5-gallon buckets are empty, but you know, you keep them watered. I was gonna do pro-cut sunflowers, but that didn't happen this year. That's okay. These are my onions. So if you saw from before when I actually grew these onions from seed, they're out here growing. I had to move these containers because they were all up against it, and she jumped into everything because she's got to sniff everything. So now you'll see, let me step back, that they're positioned in such a way where she can get in to sniff things. That's why this is way over here. She jumped in my carrots. She made me very angry. This is the tail end of okra. It's still growing, so I'm letting it. You'll see there's many stalks here that are dead. This one has nothing live in it other than clover. But look at all this okra that's coming. See it? Yeah. So I'll take it. The beauty of it coming at this time of year is I can catch it because I'm not so busy with other things. But yeah, onions. I don't know what that is. And this, I'm excited to see what it is. That's volunteered something. There's onions. This is my carnations for my Nelly bug. Some more onion. Like there were 3 in here, but it looks like only one's gonna make it. But you never know. Sometimes they just pop out. Like these like died off, but now there's 2 in there. These are just 5-gallon buckets that I had to move to make room. And then we've got my navel orange tree and my Meyer lemon tree. And they're doing just fine. Probably could use a little fertilizer. We'll get that done. It's been busy and hot and crazy. All right, so let's go back around this corner real quick. And this is my lemon bergamot mint. Crazy. I think you saw earlier in this video when it was, there were these little, they look like rose petals all over. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I don't know what this is. That's what it was. We cut this back in the winter, it dies off, and it comes right back. But I'm happy about that. This is my shishito plant. I need to get in here. You see I have a bunch of red ones. I shouldn't, but I have been gone. I was gone, and then, yeah. So I need to get in here, get these harvested, get the red ones off. I'll dry them if I can, make some seasoning. This is my beloved stevia plant. I'm actually going to a class my sister's doing here, I think next Saturday, and show me how to make stevia out of my plants. Another shishito plant, another one, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3 shishito plants, another rainbow chard. Actually, I think this is my hot pink one. I just love them. I don't really eat it. I just think it's beautiful. And this is, look at this, my first orange bell pepper. I'm so excited. The first one that came out, the bugs got to it. I think I'm going to be able to get them. I'm so excited because I was starting to believe that there's no such thing as orange ones. But look at all these. I have gotten so many peppers off of this plant. And here's another bell pepper plant. They're just so happy over here. Look at this. And they hide. You can't see them. Look at that. And they're just more and more coming. So these are actually on the back wall. See, so they don't get as much sun, but they do get sun. So all of these have done fabulously over here. This is another stevia plant. It does have in there a rainbow chard, which I'll probably pull out because this stevia plant is very happy there. And yeah, I'll pride and joy. Look at this, carnations, some more lavender. And this is my little rose bush area. I just love my roses. And this is my avocado tree. Check that out. And we have a new one right here. Look at that. I'll show, I actually planted that. I think you saw that earlier. So isn't that cool? This is my bay tree. So it'll have bay leaves. And the one poinsettia plant that made it, we had a bad storm, and so this broke off. I really need to trim it a little bit, but it's still alive. Aloe is looking great over there. What do you think, Ritzy Roo? You're guarding your garden? She loves it out here. She really does. She just listening to the birdies, huh? All right. So we have zinnias all over. I do love them. Do you love them? Look at that. Gorgeous. And that's hanging down because of the weight. Look at these. All the weight. But then, check this out. So my coleus, look at that. Okay, so this pot and this pot had the rose campion. You see that rose campion right there. But they died. This one is okay, but the one that was in here died, and it was just blank, and so I was watering it, and then all of a sudden these started growing back because that's what was in there before, and they died off. These are plants from my sister, and I put those in there. But then look at how, this was from the previous plant. So obviously very hardy, and they'll continue to come back. Aren't they gorgeous? I just love them. So I did move them. They were up on the patio. They like it much better down here for now, but when the winter comes, they will not. This is my new red onions from seed. So I'll be up potting these soon, and they will be where the okra is on the back wall, so I can have red onions. This is, isn't it gorgeous? It just flows. This is that lemon bergamot mint, and it smells so yummy. Yeah, I decided this is bergamot, and then we've got 3 basil and 2 bergamot plants. Here's another, this is a new artichoke plant this year. There's 2 others on the other side, and you'll see this one's bigger, but I believe it gets more sun, and then I'll show you the other side. But yeah, this is filler plants for when I have my pro cut flowers. Aren't they beautiful? They're happy. This is seed from my stevia, more stevia. I plant it all over and then see where they like it best. This is a dahlia, but this is from seed, not tubers. So they're different. Aren't they different? It's interesting. So yeah, this is my fennel. I keep cutting it back and it just keeps growing back. Oh goodness. All right, some more lemon bergamot mint. This is actually my starts for my fall, but they really have gotten munched. I may have to break down and buy some starts. This is my beloved pink green stalk. I actually splurged for Mother's Day and bought myself this. Mother's Day is a tough time of year for me. But look at these. Look at these. These strawberries, they're first year. I bought these and they are so yummy. The extras are what you saw in the other green stalk that have the miniature plants. So I had to cut back these massive marigolds, and this is what's left. These are just waiting for something, just like this. This was my garlic that did horrible. I'll get it yet. And then here's the other 2 artichoke plants. So see, they're not as big, but they're happy. That's all that matters. This is my random kale. I keep these. This one ended up, it's not even out of its starter cup, and look at how well it's doing. But it attracts pests to keep off my plants. And these, I think, are, this was garlic in here, so I think these are little baby garlics that didn't come out, and so they're growing now, and I'm gonna let them. This is a basil plant because we had tons of it. Wow. Okay. So what was your summer like? I don't know. I've talked to a ton of people, including myself, and it's been a tough year. This year, all over, the gardens have been really hard. I feel like they're doing better now than they have the entire summer, and now it's time for fall. Yeah, so let me know. What do you think? Stick around because I'm going to be cleaning up the garden. Hang out with me. Hopefully this gives you some inspiration. I'm a backyard homesteader. I container garden, and if I can do it, you can do it. I promise you that. But we're gonna get a fall garden in here. So hang around. I hope you have a fall garden. I want to have a ton of broccoli in my backyard. Let's see if I can make that happen. All right, peace. See you next time. Bye now.